Okay, so this is a walking tour of my hometown. So right now my dad and my sister are driving through the Painesville Square, which kind of is like the center part of our hometown. Every summer in the square they do like different activities such as a party in the park. They have a lot of concerts performed in the center of the square. There's like a nice green space with benches. A lot of people bike through here. Unfortunately, there is a pretty big homeless population in Painesville, so a lot of them also hang around the square, so you don't find a lot of, kids in the square on their own. However, a lot of families do come here. I believe it's every Thursday in the summer. They have different, merchants and, people that grow their own, vegetables and fruits come and sell their goods. They also have people that sell, tie-dye t-shirts and other things like that. There's also a lot of businesses in the square. As you can see, there's a Subway right there. I used to work at another Subway owned by the same person who owns that one, Victoria Place. I also used to work at a pizza shop, and we did a lot of catering to that place. I've heard that they treat their employees very well too, which is nice. This is kind of now we're exiting the square, but this still is the Painesville City area. There's also a lot of decorations. There's one coming up that you'll be able to see with little boxes with paintings on them. So that one's a cardinal. There's one of a basket of fruit and vegetables. And there's not really many or much wall art like there is down in Cleveland, paintings on walls. However, Cleveland is really only a 45-minute drive away from Painesville, so a lot of people will drive up to Cleveland to look at the art there or go to different stores in that area. This is kind of the back roads area around the square. As you can see, there's a Dollar Tree. There's still some shops. There's also a Dollar General in the area. That is a Mexican restaurant too. But a lot of people in Painesville now, there's less stores than there were before because people can just go to Cleveland, or the bigger city, which is right next door, is Mentor, Ohio. That they go to for a lot of different events. I know the Painesville City and Painesville Township schools have I'd say under 2,000 in the high school, but Mentor has several buildings because they have so many kids. I don't know the exact number, but it's a lot more. They have 3 sports soccer teams for females, because of how many students go to the school. In Mentor, they also have every summer, I don't know if they're mock bands is the right term, but bands that perform as another artist, they get dressed up. It's called Mentor Rocks concerts. That's really fun. Now, if you see that, they're just driving through the downtown Painesville area, a lot of houses. My house is a little bit further out of Painesville City. It's about probably a 2 or 3 minute drive, but it's not right next to it like these houses are. In Painesville, what's really good is that there's a lot of I don't know if there's state parks, but there's a lot of different parks that you can go through, walking trails, and it's a very hilly area because it's right next to Lake Erie. We're 5-minute drive away, and so we have the beach that we go to during the summer, which also, fortunately for us, when we were kids, my sisters and I, we would get a lot of snow days because of the lake effect, rain and snow. Again, there's a lot of trees in the area, a lot of greenery. A lot of people have flowers and flower bushes. I'm sure you can see some of the greenery in the different houses that pass by. Right next to my house, which technically is in Painesville Township, which is a sub-part of Painesville. However, the Painesville City area consists of Fairport Harbor, which is right by the beach, Painesville Township, and then Painesville City, which you're looking at here. The video just cut because when my dad was recording, he said it only let him send it in 4 or 5 minute videos. So I tried to merge them together and do a nice voiceover. Unfortunately, I was unable to record the video myself or in person. So my dad drove my little sister around and she recorded so I could do a voiceover because I live 3 hours away from ONU, and unfortunately my car is not reliable enough right now to drive back home for a weekend to work on this project. You could see right there, I'm sure you noticed before, there's a lot of brick roads still left in Painesville. So recently, one of my neighbors is the Painesville Township trustee, so he works a lot with deciding like which roads are going to be redone. There are a lot of roads that have a lot of potholes in them. However, they are choosing to not redo the brick roads. This is kind of just speculation, but my mom said that because they're like more historical and there's not really that many brick roads anywhere anymore. They're all like, I don't know if they're made with cement, but like the regular pavement roads. So those are still there. These are some more roads. I think most of the speed limits around this area are between 25 and 35 because really close to the Painesville City Square is the Lake Erie campus, which we're going to be coming up to shortly, which I mentioned a little bit in my interesting places. The College Hall building was on there. See, this is Lake Erie right here, and it's right next to the Painesville City High School, which I think is just called Painesville City High School. My home school district was Riverside High School, which is Painesville Township. However, I went to a STEM school in Mentor. That's more of an early college prep school. Lake Erie College, I discussed a little bit about it. I'll just briefly go over some of the facts because I don't want to like restate all the things I've already said. But it was originally an all-women's college before they like merged. There was a lot of like trailblazing women that went here, and they kind of opened up the college to like all genders, which obviously I don't really think it's okay to only have one gender go to a school. That's kind of sexist, but I think it's really important that there was a space that women could go to, and especially like during the time of like women not being able to vote, that they could still like have their own little school that they could go to and learn at. There's the soccer field. Lake Erie College, I toured there. I personally chose to not go there because they didn't have my major, which was forensic biology, because it's like 5 minutes away from my house, and I kind of wanted to grow not apart from my family, but grow more as a person, and I needed some individualism for that. However, Lake Erie College today, they have this really nice program for business that students can go to over the summer and learn about starting a business, like running a business, also different things regarding the stock market. My little sister, she's graduating from high school this year, and she's also graduating from Lakeland College, which I also talked about in my kind of fun facts section of this project, and they also offer associates, and she was in the business program at Lake Erie College here, and then she was in it her sophomore year, and then her junior and senior year, like the summers before them, she actually helped not run it, but she was more of like an intern. She was responsible for keeping track of different kids. She like helped with different things and even got paid to do it, which was really nice. So these are some of the other buildings in Lake Erie College's campus. Towards the end, you'll see College Hall, which is one of my top 10 historical places in Painesville. A lot of the historical places in Painesville are either in Painesville directly or around the Painesville area, because I feel like Painesville's not really one separate town like Ada is. Like, it's kind of combined. So, like, there's a lot of places in Painesville that they don't have, so people just go to Mentor. Like, there's a few hair salons in Painesville, but a lot of people go to Mentor and stuff like that. But yeah, it's overall a pretty nice area.